What is going on, everybody? Xaenca here, back once again with another video just for you. And in this edition of Mainstream Journalists Cry About Stupid Things, we have Forbes, ladies and gentlemen. So with the absence of E3 this year, it looks like Ubisoft went ahead and released their trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm excited for it. I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series, even when it went through that lull of becoming repetitive. The same old-ish, different skin period of Assassin's Creed before they went on hiatus and came back with Assassin's Creed Origins. I was still kind of enjoying it through all of that, obviously much more when they came back. So anyway, new Assassin's Creed game is coming. It's Valhalla, it's Vikings. It was either this or Samurais in Japan. I was kind of excited for that too, but this is what we ended up with. But whatever, we got Ghost of Tsushima coming to fill that itch. But yeah, the trailer looked dope. As I was watching it, I was like, oh man, Viking ships, hell yeah, naval combat. I'm a big fan of naval combat in Assassin's Creed. But then they showed the male protagonist, and they showed battles and yada yada yada, but mainly the male protagonist is what drew my attention. And it's kind of sad in this day and age is that that's what drew my attention, for the simple reason is, as I was sitting there watching it, I was thinking, oh my god, SJWs must be losing their goddamn minds over this. They're sitting there watching this going, another white male protagonist? How dare you?
How dare you?
Well, dummies, of course they dare, because Viking warriors were male. Yeah, you can say shield maidens, and historians can't really prove whether they were real or not, so it's possible they existed, it's possible that they didn't. So we'll just say they were mostly male. How about that? And of course they dare for the other reason, as Assassin's Creed Odyssey gave you the choice between Alexios and Kassaandra, and most people still ended up picking Alexios. And this despite the fact of all of the things coming out that said Kassaandra was the better lead than Alexios. People still chose the worst lead because it was more accurate to the timeline, in that case male. And I'm not going to say that was the only reason why. Obviously, there's a vast array of reasons, but the majority was for that reason. There were also misogynists. I'm not going to completely erase their existence. But the problem is what the mainstream media does is they take that small amount of misogynists and encompass the whole everybody's reason for not picking Kassaandra was misogyny. I played as Alexios because when I imagine Greek warriors in ancient Greece, guess what? I imagine males, because they were. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, Assassin's Creed is historical fantasy. What's the big deal if you play as Kassaandra? I don't think that there is one. That's why I don't mind that there was the choice. I'm happy for the people that got to play as Kassaandra because that's who they wanted to play as. Good for them. But the fact of the matter remains, most people played Alexios, and if they forced you to play as Kassaandra, there would probably be a lot less people that ended up playing the game altogether. I wouldn't have been one of them. I would have still played Odyssey if you made me play as Kassaandra. Obviously, if you give me the choice, I'd pick the dude because it makes more sense, but there definitely would have been a portion of players that just would not have played at all. And that's why we have the male protagonist in the trailer, and that is why we are being given the choice again. Do I have an issue with that? No, whatever. If you want to play as the woman, go ahead. When I inevitably get the game, I'm playing as the dude. Let's all just pick whatever we want to play as. And I'm pretty sure most people are going to pick the male again as well. So knowing all of this and knowing that SJWs would take issue with a white protagonist, white male protagonist, how dare you make a white male Viking? What the hell's wrong with you?
How dare you?
I easily found this article at Forbes by Paul Tassi. Yesterday, Ubisoft did something pretty cool. They revealed the next Assassin's Creed game with a day-long stream of artist Boss Logic creating art for the game in Photoshop. It became pretty clear that the setting would be the Viking era after a couple hours. Hard to hide those ships. And by the end, the setting was complete and Assassin's Creed Valhalla was announced with a trailer to come today. After a couple hours, he figured out that it was a Viking era Assassin's Creed game. Not that it was been leaked as Assassin's Creed Valhalla for months now, formerly known as Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. No, that's not what gave it away that it was a Viking era Assassin's Creed game. Not at all. It was 2 hours of watching Boss Logic paint and Photoshop, eventually coming to the realization, oh my god, are those Viking ships? Is this a Viking era Assassin's Creed game? What? Very astute observations, Paul. Very astute. It was a neat concept, but it was impossible to recommend that anyone actually tune into the stream. Why? Take your pick. Last of Us 2 spoilers or rampant socksasm. You understand. So with the first point, he goes and just whines about how Twitch chat and YouTube chat, like during the live streams, were people spoiling Last of Us 2, which, I mean, spoilers suck, man. I get it, but Welcome to the internet, motherfucker. Is this your first time or something? I don't understand. Just ignore chat. That's what you do. But anyway, the next 3 paragraphs are him complaining about that, how it lasted for hours, and he still kept reading on, but we're gonna skip ahead in the article to the second point. That led into the second item later in the day. For most of the stream, Boss Logic was hiding the central figure in the middle of the piece, but near the end he started filling it in, and eventually you could see that with a beard being colored in, this character was male, even if you couldn't fully see their face. This naturally set off a very gross maelstrom of chat comments. Ubisoft has never committed to making a solo female assassin in any of its major Assassin's Creed releases, outside of minor titles like Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Eventually, they started introducing a choice in some games, picking between male and female Fry siblings in Syndicate, or most recently, again picking between siblings Kassaandra and Alexios in Odyssey, though the choice was permanent for the duration of the game. I previously said it was a big mistake in Odyssey to even have that choice. Of course you did, you fucking soy boy. As with the majority of players picking Alexios, they missed out on playing as Kassaandra, genuinely one of the best video game characters to be introduced this decade. How much money do you want to bet that that's only because she was a woman? Like, if you turned Kassaandra the way she was written, but just remove the gender aspect of it and change it into a male, just the way the character was written, you think this person would still feel that way? No tata, no vagana, of course they would not. It's only because of that. I did hope that with a rumored Viking game coming, we could see a shield maiden lead, but once that beard showed up in the stream, a male protagonist was confirmed at least as an option, and my PP stopped standing right then and there. The problem was the reaction by chat to this, where a large number of fans were actually celebrating the fact that it wasn't a woman that was revealed as the lead character in the image. Oh my god, how dare they?
How dare you?
Among the statements yesterday, no female, I'm happy. We need a male character. Yes, it's not a stupid woman. And then multiply that times several hundred and it's a pretty representative sample. Sigh. What is this? Story time, my first time on Twitch. Jesus Christ, dude. No, I'm not saying these kind of comments are right or that I agree with them even. It's just, they're reacting this way because most people do want to play as a male. They're also celebrating this fact because there's been rumors going around that you would have to play as a female like you wanted us to do in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like I said, I would not have had a problem with that, but it would not have been okay to a lot of people, and these are the people that are reacting this way. They're also reacting this way because they're sick of all these franchises being ruined by SJW Mary Sue-ass strong women characters. Characters like Rey in Star Wars destroying the Star Wars franchise, the female Doctor Who destroying Doctor Who franchise, and these kind of identity politic bullshit things being injected into video games now. There needs more women, right? So women in World War II, Battlefield V. And you couple that in with the rumors that we were gonna be forced to play a woman in this one, and then now we get a reveal that we get a choice. It's like, hell yeah, we get a choice. Anyway, moving on. Skipping ahead a little bit. So yes, another choice. That's fine, I guess. But again, I maintain that a game like Odyssey would have been better if all players did have to play as Kassaandra, the better lead, and the game was made worse because of the choice in place. So this is the kind of shit that makes people celebrate, by the way. This bullshit ass thinking, like, they're not trying to add women. They're trying to replace the males with women. That's what they want. And that's why when they reveal that that is not happening, that there's still males in the game, people celebrate. You're creating the reactions. You, Paul Tassi, and the way you are what create the reactions that people have, like the ones that you were so upset with. You suck, dude. Man, you're awful. And for all those who inevitably say, oh, so you want to take away even the option for a male character? That same crowd was curiously silent about the need for gender choice when every player had to play only as Altair, Ezio, Connor, Kenway, Arno, and Bayek across the vast majority of the mainline games. Huh, I wonder if female warriors not being a goddamn thing throughout any of those timelines had anything to do with it. And for it being historical fantasy, but it's still rooted in history, I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Are you stupid, dude? Come on. It's a classic give them an inch, they want to take a mile with these SJW wackadoos. You give them the choice, now they want everything. It's like, come on. So to end things, he follows this up with another article saying, so there is a potential female lead in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which which is certainly good to see, especially after the socksast stream comments yesterday when the male figure was revealed in a teaser art. Celebrating the apparent lack of a woman lead, how dare you?
How dare you?
Though we have been having this debate about the AC series for years. Not really much of a debate, man. It does, however, seem to be the case that Ubisoft absolutely wants the male version of the character front and center for this initial marketing. God, I wonder why. And I had to dig to realize a female warrior was even a possibility, because 2/3 of people picked Alexios. I'm gonna guess 2/3 or more are gonna pick male Eivor. Male Eivor stars in the trailer, is shown on the box art and in all the release screenshots so far. As of right now, that collectible statue is our only look at female Eivor, so it's a different, okay, whatever. I will look forward to playing this game with either gender. No, you won't. Come on. As it does look totally awesome, and AC games these days are practically the size and scope of Elder Scrolls titles. Valhalla may be the biggest yet. Again, don't have any issue with the choice. If people want to play as the female, go ahead. I'm gonna play as the male. Most people are. People like this dude absolutely suck, man. They're the worst. But I'm excited for the game. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe with all notifications on so I can see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you there.